hope you're ready to talk some reality because this is your ticket to reality. And I'm Lee Swift, and I am your co-host amongst some wonderful other co-hosts. We've got TJ, who is an master at all kinds of things, and he is also one of the founders of Agents of Fandom, which Ticket to Reality is under. And we have Emma, who is, what is your title at Agents of Fandom now? You're
managing,
like a goddess.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's a managing editor. So I try to be a goddess.
Awesome.
If you ask every couple of months, and it'll probably have a new promotion under it because we value Emma's expertise so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Hey, I'm willing to whatever you want to call me, whatever month, I'm cool with it. I trust
Just
you guys.
don't call me late for dinner.
How about She-Hulk?
Yeah, exactly. I will take
She-Hulk.
Absolutely.
Okay, there you go. Because you're an attorney. If this is your first time listening, she's actually an attorney. So
exactly.
But we are ready to talk some reality. We are missing our dear friend Garrett, but hopefully he'll be back with us soon. And we're going to talk about. So we have a few things to talk about because new shows have started. What are you interested in, TJ? Get us started.
Well, we have so much on the horizon. I did manage to catch the first episode of Survivor today, and so obviously that's going to be our next big one that we're going to be talking about. But before we dive into that, we got a lot of exciting stuff coming too. On Monday, we are going to be speaking with our friend Michelle Ryder, Shelly Belly Comedy from season 3 of The Circle, Mama Michelle. And she's going to be joining us for a live show Monday night. We'll be live on Twitch and YouTube, so make sure that you check out our socials for all of that. It is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, I believe. So we're going to talk about The Circle, her comedy career, and all kinds of other fun stuff. And then the following week, we have Tommy Bracco from Big Brother, who is your friend, Lee, and we are so very excited about that one. We'll talk some Big Brother, his Broadway career, and all the other stuff he's up to now. So we got a lot of stuff coming. I've seen episode 1 of Survivor, so we got Survivor and our 2 big guests. Those are our 3 big upcoming things. I have 3 episodes out on my TV right now that I'll be looking to catch up on. Lee, how many do you have out and have you seen so far?
I've seen them all. Okay, I have a problem. It's called addiction to reality.
That is why you are here, my friend. Exactly. That is why we love you so much. That's why you are our fearless leader.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. So I can't remember. This is your first pass at Survivor, isn't it, Emma?
Yes, it is.
And TJ, you had seen some episodes in the past or something?
My cousin's family, when I was growing up, was really big into Survivor. And so when I was younger and we used to spend a lot more time over at their place, and they used to own a video store too, like a family business, Blockbuster type thing back in the day.
Oh, cool.
And so they used to have like all the... When DVD players first came out, they had a DVD player right away and stuff like that. So we used to always go over to their house to watch stuff, and Survivor was among those things. So I don't remember what season. I just remember when I was younger, there was one in particular I basically watched start to finish. But what I'm kind of excited about over this one, they do it a little bit with Big Brother, especially with Big Brochella this year. They make it different from all the years past. We saw a lot of different twists this year. But they really emphasize in Survivor, every year is different because there's really no rules. You establish the rules. Your tribes, your groups establish the rules. And so I'm interested in kind of finding out what happens and how it's going to... I don't feel like I've missed much, and it's going to be an issue like Big Brother was at the beginning to fully understand and dive in, because I think you can almost go into Survivor with each new season as it's like a completely new show. Am I wrong there?
Sort of. I mean, you're sort of correct and sort of wrong too. I'm not trying to be the reality god here, but it is true. I
Garrett's not here
watch.
today, so you got to let out a little extra
I got
animosity
Yeah,
on
I
you.
got to bash somebody, and I'm never going to
exactly.
bash Emma. So there you
Oh,
go. No, you're kind of correct. It does change, but what's happened? They're divided into these three tribes. There are 18 people, and the things they bring certain things back that are really iconic with Survivor that they do. Certain challenges are repeated that they've done, and then also they're doing, which they kind of got. It kind of happened with the last two seasons, which were during COVID. So they had to modify things. The idols used to be you found an idol and you just got it. Now it's like, be warned, you've got a penalty. You have to do something to activate the idol, and there's a penalty until you activate it. And so those are kind of new things, but uh, the producers always bring in some new stuff, but some great things that we all love. Of course, you got tribal council and all kinds of things. I am hoping that we do like Big Brother, and I do much better, that we do a draft when Garrett is back. And I really hope, I really had a horrible showing with Big Brother, so I'm here to redeem myself on Survivor. So,
yes.
do you have ideas for that? So, you have eliminations, just like any typical competition show, and it is by the tribes. The weakest tribe that doesn't win in the getting immunity idol. There's two of them since there's three tribes. Then the weakest tribe ends up going in. And so, are we going to do a draft, TJ?
Is
Are you up
is
for that?
there definitely up for it? We'll have to wait for a show that Garrett's back on, and we'll give
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
until each of us watch like 3 episodes. How have there been eliminations already in the first 3?
There have, yes. There
Okay,
are 3 people.
so
We are 3 people down.
Oh wow. Okay.
3 people down
Yeah.
already. All right, so we're gonna have to rip this pretty. As soon as we are 4 people down, we're gonna have to
Okay.
quickly in and have a draft so that we can each get 3. And what I'll say is,
Okay.
if unless the numbers don't fit, we'll make it so that, and we'll reiterate all the rules before we do this. We'll draft live, or maybe not like a live show, but we'll definitely draft on the podcast. We won't do it behind the scenes, and we'll make it so that there's
Okay.
12 total people. We'll each get 3. You cannot draft 2 people from the same tribe unless there are no other options. So if there's a tribe that there's no one left in that tribe, then you can double down. But until that's the case, you have to select somebody from a different tribe.
Wow, interesting. Interesting. And I hope some of our listeners / viewers will do it with us, and
That would be
let's see if
fun.
they can beat us. I think that would be fun if we got even just a handful of people that would do that and let us know what their drafting is, on their own.
Give us your 3 from each tribe
Okay.
and let us know who they are.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. I love it, because there's Baca, Coco, and Vessi, and I'm thinking the best tribe is Coco, but I could be wrong. I think Coco's the best tribe. They haven't had an elimination in the first 3 episodes. I'll just tell you that. The first person, I'll just, you don't mind me spoiling it, or do you want me to wait?
No, maybe
mind.
not. Don't tell us who,
Okay,
but I don't care if I know what tribes.
Okay.
Yeah, then you can say the tribes.
Okay. I won't tell you. I will tell you, I do have some favorites. Not necessarily maybe the winners, but I do like some people. One of the ones that I like, his name, I think it's Cody. And he has a living tattoo, and he is just,
Oh yeah.
he's living his best life. He's from Hawaii. I think he's living in Hawaii now. I can't remember where he is originally, but I loved his energy. Did you guys feel his energy, Cody?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I know exactly who you're talking about as well.
Yeah, I really liked him just from the brief, and even just from the introduction. I really like him for sure.
And the other one I liked was the 19-year-old Sammy, who he's saying he's 22, and they were doing that on the first episode, because you both watched that. They were doing that kind of puzzle thing to get their flint or whatever it was they had to do, and they had so much time, and he's sitting back waiting, and he goes, And then he goes, I've already figured it out with the bones to get the highest number. And I was like, go, man. I love that. Underestimated.
Absolutely.
That's what if I'm being honest, I think he is making a mistake by not revealing that he's 19, because his entire game plan seems to be, I don't want people to know how good I am at this. I don't want people to know how good I am at this, but I gotta lie and say I'm 22 because like no one wants a 19-year-old. That's crazy. I would view that as if they know I'm 19, they won't see me as a threat, and I'm not going to be a target on elimination time. Now, I realize this is different than Big Brother because you want people on your team who are strong because you don't want to be eliminated. And so that kind of takes us to my next question for you, Lee, as a refresher. Is there a time in this game when the three tribes blend into one? Because that, I think, will be when we start scoring for our finalists.
It's called merge. They call it merge, where basically they say drop your buffs, and they give them a new color, and they have a new tribe, and it's a new merged tribe, and that's a huge moment because everybody wants to make it to merge. It's an important part to get there, and you also want to get there with as many people with you because when the merged tribe happens, that you want to have the numbers because it's very tedious at that point. But absolutely, you're picking it off correctly. It's you want to get to merge, and that merge for right now they are competing as tribes. Each tribe against getting immunity. But then when you have merge, it's individual immunity. So you're playing an individual game, but you got to make it to merge. So
at that point, we're basically seeing Dire Fest and Big Brochella, and eventually they're going to be coming back into the same house for a game of outdoor Big Brother.
Pretty much.
That's it.
This whole thing feels like Dire Fest to me. Just having to survive in the wild, literally.
It's true. It's so true. I mean,
yeah,
they've changed this a little bit, I will tell you, over the seasons, because in the very first few seasons, they really didn't give them much at all. I mean, they really were in a survival mode. They had to, and then they would have competitions where they had to eat like bugs and all kinds of things like that. So now, then they went into kind of the middle seasons. They would give them, you could win peanut butter and jelly and chicken and all kinds of stuff. So they fed them a lot. There was always a lot of opportunities. Well, now they're going kind of back to old school, which is you're going to get a little bit of rice and that's it. You got to, and it's like, I'm sitting there going, oh my goodness, that would be, okay. Emma.
Yeah.
TJ. Emma first. Would you go on Survivor?
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up because I was going to bring it up regardless because this is what I was thinking when I was watching it. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. $1 million is a lot of money. And maybe if I had that opportunity presented to me, but probably not. I am not an outdoorsy person in the least. I hate camping. Anyone who knows me knows that's like my number one thing that I hate. I hate bugs. I hate the heat. Just the elements. I really can't stand being outside. So I really don't think I would last long on this at all.
You're right. There's nature on the other side of that door. We're not supposed to be in nature.
Yeah, we're not meant to live out in the wild. It's just not, you will not catch me eating a bug. It just will not happen. I don't care how much money's on the line. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. TJ, what about you? Now you have said the circle would be very hard for you because, the isolation and your, your issues. So what do you think? Is Survivor more in your wheelhouse?
So I too am not an outdoorsy person, but believe it or not, I think I would rank them in terms of how I would do on each one. Even though I think I'd be able to be quite skilled at the Big Brother challenges, I think Big Brother would be the one I do the worst at. I think The Circle and Survivor would be comparable. The Circle, I think I'd have a tough time at times, but I think I could push through. With Survivor, even though I would struggle with the outdoor surviving part, I feel like it would kind of be the best of both worlds for me in terms of having the socialization, but also not having the camera on you quite 100% of the time, not having somebody beside you quite 100% of the time, being able to get that personal space. And as long as I can compartmentalize it in my head of, this is shitty, but you can get through it. That's when I'm fine. That's honestly when I'm fine. It's when I can't control my brain and I'm supposed to be enjoying things. That's when I struggle. Is like when I'm not roughing it, when just life's good and I'm supposed to sit back, relax, and smell the roses, and I just can't shut my brain off or dial it down to a noise level that allows me to do so. But in Survivor, I'd basically just constantly be in fight or flight survival mode, and I think I'd just be able to compartmentalize that and go, like, how long is it?
Yeah,
it's well, they shortened it during COVID, but it's typically like 40 something days.
Yeah, see, like, that's a lot. That's a lot, but like anything under 2 months, I feel like I could just be like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna be back in my bed soon, and I'm gonna get through it.
That makes sense.
And the type of things of like, there are a lot of things in Survivor where like it's a totally different game than so many other game shows, because like they mentioned in this very first episode, they didn't give them food. They had to find their food on the first day, but they also didn't get supplies until they completed the challenge. So if you did that first challenge and you were one of the two people who had to go and get the boxes from the top, or even the swim, but that one would be different because at least you wouldn't be overheating while you were doing that. So if you were the person that was going to get those boxes and then you ended up having to dig for the supplies, and it actually took you the 4 hours, not the 3, which, by the way, I thought that was an easy brain teaser one to choose until I realized that where they had to dig was like 10 feet by 10 feet. And then I was like, oh, hell yeah, I had to pick that digging. How long could it possibly take? And it only took them a half hour. But like, say that took you 4 and you had to do the carrying one without the food, you could be straight effed on day 1. That could be fully unrecoverable if you just did 5 full hours of intense physical activity in the sun without food or water. You're done. Like, you won't be able to, your mind won't be working right. Your strategies aren't going to come to play. You're going to be tense with people. You're not going to connect on the same level, let alone be able to physically do what you need to do from there on out. So that, just like something like that could set you off terribly. And I feel like I'd be decently well equipped to handle that, just because at this moment, no, but maybe I'd be able to tap into my 3 years ago. I went to the gym 5 days a week and lifted really heavy things and hated, and I only cared about the aesthetics and not the health. And so I was always doing like eating habits that were conducive to muscle growth, but not necessarily general health. So those type of things, like, I feel like I could lift a bunch of heavy things and go a long time without eating and I'd be fine. Especially since they probably still allow you to have your prescription drugs that you are required by doctors, I would assume. And so my ADHD meds make it so that if I don't go out of my way to remind myself to eat, I don't have to eat until for 10, 12 hours at a time. And so I think I'd be fine with that aspect. And even though Survivor would, on paper, be the one I'd hate the most, on paper, be the one that I would want to do the least, I actually think in the moment it'd be the one I'd have the easiest time with mentally.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Well, for me, my issue is, with the oldest person on this season is 52. Mike Gabler, I think his name is. And he's having trouble, because it's such a physical drain. And when you get older, like me being 60, it's harder. But would I do it? Yeah, I'd do it. I would need a bug. I'm sorry. I'd tap out for the bug thing, but I would do it.
Not.
The big problem I have is everybody's running around in their dirty underwear because, like, you know, I would be like, oh my gosh, I
It's
don't
like,
want to wear my underwear on national. I know looks like a bathing suit, but it's underwear, so that would be
yeah, I
my
wouldn't be cool
problem.
with that
And
either.
I wear a thong, so you know. Just
There's a
kidding.
soundbite for everyone.
Log, make sure you sign up for the Ticket to Reality Patreon, where you can find
Oh,
Lee
great.
Swift in his thong, as well
There we
as
go.
the illustrations and videos from his erotic gay romance novels.
There you go.
I love
But
it.
actually, if you're watching this in video form, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to Ticket to Reality, wherever you get your podcasts, and check out the Agents of Fandom podcast as well. Make sure you subscribe to that one. We're talking lots of crazy stuff over there right now. We're talking Andor. We're talking She-Hulk. We're about to talk Werewolf by Night, which is Marvel's Halloween special debuting on Disney+. And let me tell you, it is just truly something special. It's absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
So make sure you check that out. We got lots of other stuff cooking over there as well. And we got more shows cooking than just Survivor. The next time we talk Survivor, we're going to be doing our draft. Garrett is going to be here.
Yeah.
We'll go more in-depth, spoilery to episodes 2 and 3, as well as beyond, because there'll be a few more of them out. But Lee, I know you got a few more shows cooking on the horizon. We're also looking into some potential Dancing with the Stars, as well as Love is Blind opportunities. Is something else I've been looking into, as well as our friend Mo, the editor-in-chief of thestreamer.com, Streamer News on socials. I believe might be getting some press coverage he's going to be able to do for Love is Blind. And so if that's the case, he
Wonderful.
will hop on for the new season. I'm not sure if it's interview coverage or if he's just getting early screeners to watch, but regardless, we'll link up with him to talk some Love is Blind with him as well. Lee, I know you got a few of them, but before we get to the shows that you have been watching and we're going to touch on, what is happening in Bachelor Nation, Emma? Is it paradise as they say?
For some people it is. So there's been some interesting moments. I just love Bachelor in Paradise a little bit more so than the regular seasons, just because it allows people to form like more organic connections. Sometimes people come to the beach and they're like, there's a specific person they had in mind, which is always pretty interesting. Right off the bat in episode 1, I think it was, I'm so bad with names. I know I've mentioned this before. It was, I want to say Brandon from Michelle's season, I think, and Serene. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. 2 people came onto the beach specifically looking for each other, and they had an instant connection basically. And I think they're gonna end up making it. So I think that's kind of fun to watch. Some people not so much. Of course, there are some interesting people that came in. So Shanae from Clayton's season was not a fan favorite at all. Definitely not my favorite. She was actually pretty problematic during his season, so I wasn't exactly thrilled to see her there, because I'm afraid they're going to do this whole let's redeem her, because they tend to do that for during Bachelor in Paradise. So we'll see what happens. She seems to be connecting with Logan from this past season, from Gabby and Rachel, who was the controversial one that liked both of them and decided to switch over to Rachel's side, or Gabby's side, after having dated Rachel for a while. So I was suspecting that he was going to end up on Paradise after that whole thing, so this isn't a surprise. So it's been interesting so far. There's a few episodes out. I'm liking the drama. I'm liking some of the connections being made. So we'll see what happens.
Did the long-haired guy that came in on the horse and Gabby and Rachel, is he on there too? I thought I saw him on the trailer. Okay.
Yeah, he's on there.
Okay, I get by the tone.
I'm not
how
shocked.
You feel about him.
I don't know. It just didn't impress me, that whole thing. It just really didn't impress me. So, people
now,
like that I end up seeing on Bachelor in Paradise, for sure.
Would it shock you if Rachel shows up late?
Wouldn't
that be a good season?
That would be great. It would not completely shock me, honestly. Like we've seen weirder things in Bachelor Nation, but I think, because I don't know any updates of whether her and Avon are actually dating. That was probably a whole thing for after the final rose. I don't think they are. That would be a cool twist. One interesting twist was that someone from Clayton's season, who actually, so her name is Sally, and she actually showed up that first day, but didn't end up actually starting on the season. Something happened. She was engaged previously, and Clayton ended up coming to her room, and she broke up with him there. Like, he offered her a rose, and she was like, "No, I can't do this." She got back with her ex, and then literally, apparently, according to some of the girls on the season, she kept getting back with her ex, breaking up, this and that. But
Oh,
she is
wow.
apparently joining the beach. So I don't know. There was a whole thing with her suitcase. Like, the girls just found her suitcase there, and they were like, "What is this doing here?" And there was a whole story about it. It was kind of ridiculous. So we'll see what happens. The people don't seem to be a fan of her, or the women on the show at least don't seem to be a fan of her. So should cause some drama. So that'll be interesting. But
That
I think we're
sounds
in for a good
amazing.
season. Yeah.
I'm going to be catching it. I'm behind on that one because I'm trying to catch everything. You know,
Yeah.
I have my Disney Dancing with the Stars I've been watching. So,
I need to get on that.
God.
How
Oh my
many
gosh,
episodes
it's so
into you?
good.
How many episodes in are you? And give us a little sneak preview of what they got going on Dancing with the Stars this year.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I have a list. Let me see if I can. They have some It's an incredible cast, by the way. Jordan Sparks. Do you know who she is? She's a
Oh, I
singer.
love Jordan Sparks. Yeah.
Tell me
She's
how I'm
on
supposed to
there.
breathe with no air.
Exactly.
There you go. She sounds just like you.
Yeah, that's
Not.
uncanny.
Wayne Brady. Do you know him? He's the
Oh,
Let's Make a
yeah.
Deal guy, singer, comedian.
Oh my God, love him.
Barney
And guess
Stinson's
Gabby's
brother.
Yes, and
Gab,
Gabby. Yeah,
Gabby's
exactly.
on there.
Barney
And
Stinson's
by
brother.
the way, she's amazing.
Is she
She's an
really? That's
amazing.
great.
Oh my God, she's
Oh, love that.
incredible. And
Okay.
let's see, who else? I got to think about it. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son is on there.
Oh, okay. I thought
And
you were gonna say Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like,
no, his son.
When will we see
And he's
you
a
on Dancing
bodybuilder
with the
too.
Stars?
Me? No, Emma. You're talking to Emma.
No, I'm talking to
no,
you.
Me, never. Never. I don't have 2 left feet. I have 6 left feet. So no, that would never ever happen, unless they let me dance in my thong. Okay,
I've heard
continuing
someone
on.
brag about 3 legs, but 6, Lee?
yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, jeez. My favorite is. Did you guys watch the movie Coda?
Ticket to Reality
No.
contains adult content.
Warning.
Yes. So Coda
I have not
was
seen
an
that.
Academy Award winning film. I don't remember what all they won, but they won several. And it was about a hearing girl in a
Mhm.
deaf family. Well, the
Mm.
brother is on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
His name is, I'll look it up, Daniel Durant. And so they asked him, how do you can't hear? He hadn't been able to hear ever, not a sound.
Wow.
And he said it's the vibrations, and he's doing fantastic.
That's
So,
amazing.
and there's several. There's a Real Housewife. It's really been amazing and wonderful and beautiful. And I watch. It's kind of like watching exercise videos. Makes me feel good while I'm eating my potato chips on the
Yeah,
couch.
exactly.
And if I watch dancing, I'm thinking, oh, I'm graceful.
I
But I
always
tell
think
you,
that I can recreate that. Like, I just look at it and I'm like, oh, I could totally do that, but there's no way.
Exactly. I say since Garrett's not here, we try to vote him on to the next season. What can we do?
Yeah.
Can we do fan favorite? We can all write his name in. I just say
Yeah,
he
let's
would
do
be
it.
great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he gets for not showing up.
He was on if you missed Garrett's voice, he was on another podcast this evening. He was a guest on the Lights, Thunder, Action podcast. And so you can check him out over there. And then he is just, once again, he's taken on more responsibilities at work by the day, this guy.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's all sorted, we either get him back in full force for all the episodes, or his bank accounts gets loaded. One of the two.
There you go.
Sounds like a good option for him.
I agree.
As much as he loves us, he might prefer the second one.
I don't blame him.
Same. I highly recommend. I think Disney's doing a wonderful job with Dancing with the Stars. because it used to be broadcast on ABC and now it's Disney Plus. But it's worth it because
Okay.
they're doing fantastic, and
Oh, that's
I
good to know.
highly recommend it. So I
I
will
will
be
definitely
bringing updates and comments about certain things on that in our future episodes. But it's so far I've watched all the episodes; they've been great, fantastic.
That's awesome.
Then
I
the
also
other one
wanted.
you've been trying to keep
Oh,
up with, Lee, is The Amazing Race. But I want to get your take on that after Emma. Sorry, I
oh yeah,
cut you off.
no. I just remembered also I've been watching Hell's Kitchen. There's only one episode out so far, but I'm a big Hell's Kitchen fan, and I love cooking shows. I can't cook at all, but I love watching it,
I believe
and so
Garrett's
I will be
diving into this
updating
one
that.
too with Nina.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Okay,
the first
cool.
episode was great. It's this season they're doing 40s people in their 40s versus people in their 20s. So that's going to be exciting. And it's always funny to me when I watch this. I get very invested, and like I said, cannot cook to save my life. But I am kind of just learn the rules at this point. I learn what Gordon Ramsay kind of expects. And somebody in the first signature challenge decided to cook risotto, and they only had 45 minutes. And the one thing I know is that risotto takes a long time to cook. And I was like, this is a huge mistake. Me sitting there just like eating my DoorDash meal on the couch. And I was just like, why are you cooking risotto when there's only 45 minutes? And it was
Yeah.
undercooked. Of course, it was undercooked. So anyway, I will be covering the show and Garrett, if he's watching, because it's a good one. It'll be a good season.
If you're not gonna properly cook your risotto, don't cook it at all.
Exactly. Rookie mistake. You
I think I
don't cook.
would do
You don't
better
try
on Hell's.
risotto for Gordon Ramsay.
It's true.
You
I
have
think
to
I
make
would
it.
do better on Hell's Kitchen than I would do on The Amazing Race.
Yeah, that's probably. Even with me not knowing how to cook, I probably would still do better than the Amazing Race.
I can somewhat
I tell
cook,
you,
but like
can you?
heights,
Yeah.
directions,
No.
hell no.
Yeah, absolutely.
You following a recipe would be hard, huh?
No. I mean like northwest eats south. Like Amazing Race,
Okay,
that's a no for me. Hell's Kitchen, oh yeah, I can
okay,
make something special. I got I can
okay.
I know what I'm doing in the kitchen.
I can whip up some Easy Mac.
Uh,
That's about it.
well, I would love to be on Amazing Race. And years ago, I tried to talk Steven into doing it. My mom wanted to do it. We never sent in an audition or anything because I think that would be such a kick. You know, you're going around the world, experiencing different cultures. Yeah, the race thing, but I just think it'd be amazing. They do wild things, you know, their challenges and things. But yeah, this season's really interesting. I do have a favorite because I am a Big Brother fan, and Derek and Claire are both former contestants from Big Brother, and I would love, and they're dating each other. I would love to see them do well. They came in number one on the first episode, not so much on the last one because poor Claire, she did. I don't know if you've seen the episode, but they were having to do kind of yodeling to cows, and they had to get it right. And she has no musical acumen at all. So they were there first, and they were I think if not the last, the next to last to be able to get past it because everybody was, oh yeah, here's your ticket, go. Nope, you're not doing it good, Claire. And so she was getting very frustrated. But it's been amazing. I've loved every episode of that, and it's fun to watch. And I will cover that as well. I just don't sleep. I just record all the shows and watch them all. No writing anymore. I don't write books. I just watch reality TV and
Sounds like the life
Marvel
to me.
movies.
Yeah.
There you go.
I feel like they should have pivoted and subbed in Jordan Sparks for that one. I'm getting my shows mixed up. That's back to Dancing with the Stars. This worked
He's
as
doing
kind
a
of
mashup, ladies and gentlemen.
exactly. This worked as kind of a preview primer to the next step of what we have coming here at Ticket to Reality. We have 2 live shows coming up with Tommy Bracco and Michelle Ryder, and then we are going to be diving deep into the thick of it with Survivor, Dancing with the Stars, Amazing Race, Bachelor in Paradise, Hell's Kitchen, and anything else you would like to see us talk about. We have Bling Empire and Love is Blind coming up. So if there's something in particular in demand, make sure you let us know, and we're going to be covering it. We have 25% more followers on Twitter than we did a week ago. So we're starting to see the growth now that we are starting to post more, and we appreciate it so much. So make sure you follow us at Ticket to Reality on Instagram and Twitter, as well as subscribe wherever you get your podcasts on YouTube, and hit the like button over there as well. Emma, where can the people find your socials, and do you have any nice closing messages for everyone?
My socials are all different on every single platform, so one of these days I will merge all of it. But on Twitter, you can find me at _MEMMINEM, like Eminem the rapper, but with an extra M at the
I mean, you
beginning.
know what? Just look at the Ticket to Reality socials, and we retweet Emma
Yeah,
every
just
day. So like, head there, and
exactly.
you can
There you
just
go.
click head to Instagram, and we reshare her
Yeah,
story. Head to Twitter,
there.
and we always retweet. So you don't even have to worry about spelling it out. Just hit the click button there, and you know, Lee's been off socials for a while because he's been so damn busy making movies,
Yes.
writing books, watching reality TV. But we got some plans to get that cooking up as well. Lee,
I
do you
did
have?
post. I
You
did
did.
You
post.
had your
You
feet
did
up.
post
You had your nice pride socks
Exactly.
with your feet
awesome
kicked
pride
I
up.
socks.
know.
I love
I
it.
saw
I
that.
know. Okay, good, good. I posted something. Yay for me.
Snaps for Lee.
Snaps. I'll take them. I'll take them. No, Lee Swift, author. That's wherever you go, wherever your social media enjoyment is. That's where you can find me. And hey, I'm glad we did this. This has been fun. Just touching base with my friends and
Yeah,
talking about reality TV and all sorts of things that we love each other. So I'm
absolutely.
glad people are joining in. We're having fun. So hey, that's all that matters. And I really do have to go get change my thong out. So I got to go. See you later.